report on this computer. All right, we're here for the 2023 fantasy football draft lottery. We're gonna crib from Robbie's baseball lottery, and we're just gonna go with the top two for these, right, Seth?
Sure. I'm also glad you are hosting this, narrating it, because I totally forgot what year it is. I had like a moment of panic. I was like, he's gonna say the year, and I don't know what year
I
it
don't
is.
know what year it is. Yeah. Luckily, with football, you don't have to worry about the things that you
Oh, the
do with
hyphenated,
the
yeah.
hyphenated with Premier League and with basketball. That'll always throw you. So we've got our results here. We had Robbie at in last, Sam right behind him. And then there was a three-way tie, right, between Calvin, Ben, and Jared.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Calvin had the fewest points,
Okay.
and then Ben, and then Jared.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Will just missing out on the playoffs. We've got him with one of the opportunities to win the lottery. So we'll go on ahead and submit. And so instead of doing the bottom up and confusing everybody and then just telling them all the rules, but we're hoping that you guys are listening to this and then you realize that we're just going to go back in order of everybody that we just had, other than the top two picks. That's the easier way to say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're on a roll tonight because you also said opportunities, just setting the precedent by saying opportunities instead of balls, because it's gonna be really helpful later.
If anybody wants to just like make a mashup of all the videos that we have, there's plenty of fodder out there of me giggling, Seth giggling.
We might
everybody else.
avoid that this way too, because
Right.
unless whoever has two balls gets in the top two, we may totally sidestep that issue.
But we didn't.
But we
And it
didn't.
was awesome. Okay. So pick number 2, Ben had 3 balls.
So he moved up from 4 to get there.
Yep.
So that's kind of a win for him.
Yep.
So does Robbie hold, or?
And the lowest that Robbie can go is pick 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Robbie,
we
it held.
shock. Oh man. Sorry, Robbie. So Seth and I were talking about this, that this is the Bijan Robinson draft.
Yeah.
So
if there's an obvious number 1 fantasy prospect for Dynasty,
right,
rookie coming in, Robbie gets the number 1 pick.
Right.
So Saquon Barkley, Trevor Lawrence, and now whoever he may choose to pick this year, or whoever he wants to trade the pick to. I'm not saying I would not be interested. I can neither
confirm nor deny. Yeah. I love that Seth is using every opportunity to start in on the trade talks. So
Robbie getting the pick is bad news, because I think the kind of pieces I would want to offer, I don't think he has a need for.
Yeah.
So from that rooting interest, I was hoping, maybe Sam or someone like that who could take on like 2 really good running backs. It is an interesting thought exercise for Robbie though, because he's got Taylor and Barkley. Does he quote unquote need Bijan? But we'll see. A lot can happen.
Yeah, there's not a big wide receiver that you would that you envision as the guy.
Yeah. Which Robbie's got a pretty good team. How does he have the number 1 pick? Like, why was he so bad last year? Because he doesn't need quarterback.
Now this is just going to feel like an assault on his character.
No, not his character. It's an assault on his ability to manage a very talented roster. Because he has at wide receiver, he's got young investments in Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle. I think, does he have Terry McLaurin? Or did he trade it?
Maybe.
He traded OBJ for McLaurin, but I don't know if he sent McLaurin somewhere else since then.
We're going to just turn this into a recap of why Robbie had the number 1 pick. Why am I'm like staring at it? I just know that I am.
I think he had a pretty big losing streak at the end of the year. I don't think he was like the worst team for a while. In fact, it might have even been the last week he moved into that position.
Yeah. So close loss, not so close loss, win. Yeah. Robbie, why don't you come on the video chat with us and tell us why you think that your team was not as successful? I
We
thought
need,
about that all year, though. I
yeah.
was just like, Robbie's going to turn it around. Robbie's going to turn around. He'll be in there, and it'll
Mhm.
be like old times. So
Every time I faced him, I was like, that
yeah,
I think I'm gonna lose. But
yeah,
I don't know.
148, right around kind of middle of the pack. Not just kind of bad luck. 1636. He
Okay.
like besides Calvin, he was number 2 in points against. So just bad luck shakeout.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
well, there you have it. We're gonna not go on and on about Robbie's bad luck because it's just turned around into good luck because
Yeah.
he didn't miss out on the number 1 pick. So, looking
Yeah.
forward to the season in a couple months when we draft.
Sounds good.
All
A very well run lottery, Troy.
right. Some would say the best lottery
It's
they've
the
ever
best
seen.
yet. Yeah. Hated the results, but the performance was really good.